The psychology of money isn't about numbers. It's about behavior. You can master every investing strategy. You can read every finance book ever written and still sabotage yourself. Because money doesn't fail people logically. It fails them emotionally. In this video, we're not talking about how to get rich fast. We uncovering the silent mental traps that quietly destroy financial lives and the mindset shifts that help you escape them. This isn't finance. It's a diagnosis. You think you're logical. Two people see the same investment. One buys, one sells. Both believe they're being rational. Neither is crazy. Your financial decisions aren't shaped by intelligence. They're shaped by experience. Someone who lived through the Great Depression may avoid risk forever. Someone who got rich during a tech boom may chase it relentlessly. Same data, different emotional scars. Your experience with money is a tiny slice of history, but it shapes almost everything you believe. That's the first trap. You think you're logical, but really, you're biased in ways you can't see. You think you're in control. We like to believe success is earned and failure is deserved. But money doesn't work that cleanly. Behind every success story is a mix of skill, luck, and risk. Take Bill Gates. Brilliant? Yes. Disciplined? Absolutely. But he also attended one of the only high schools in America with a computer, at a time when computers were almost non-existent. That single accident gave him years of practice before the rest of the world caught up. Now compare that to his equally brilliant friend, Kent Evans, who died young in a climbing accident. Same talent, different outcomes. That's the uncomfortable truth. You can do everything right and still lose. You can make mistakes and still win. That's why humility matters. Don't take full credit when things go right. Don't take full blame when they don't. And never assume someone else's success is a playbook you can copy. Study patterns, not people. You believe stories over statistics. Someone wins the lottery, and suddenly buying a ticket feels reasonable. Not because the odds changed, but because the story feels good. You don't imagine the millions who lost. You imagine yourself on the yacht. That's not logic. That's desire. We fall for the same trap in investing. Think about crypto booms, new coins, big promises, influencers selling dreams. People didn't buy the math. They bought the story. And when the story collapsed, the warning signs suddenly looked obvious. The most dangerous financial lies aren't lies at all. They're comforting half-truths. Before you believe a story, ask yourself, do I trust this because it's true or because I want it to be? You think you're a spreadsheet. We plan like machines, but live like humans. Spreadsheets don't panic. They don't feel envy. They don't scroll social media at midnight. You do. A perfect plan that ignores emotions will fail the moment stress enters the room. That's why being reasonable beats being perfectly rational. A reasonable plan survives boredom, fear, and doubt. Because the real danger isn't bad math. It's abandoning the plan halfway through. You chase more than you need. Most financial disasters don't start with poverty. They start with enough, turning into more. More status, more admiration, more validation. There is no finish line to comparison. No matter how high you climb, someone is always higher. Even history's greatest weren't immune. Caesar envied Alexander. Alexander envied Hercules, who wasn't even real. If your goal is peace, you don't win by climbing forever. You win by knowing when to stop. Define what enough means, and protect it. Because peace of mind is the rarest form of wealth. You think stuff will make you admired. We buy expensive things hoping to be seen. But when someone sees your luxury car, they're not admiring you. They're imagining themselves inside it. People don't see your success. They see their own desires reflected back at them. That's why spending money for admiration almost never works. Real respect doesn't come from what you own. It comes from how you treat people. Looking rich is loud. Being rich is quiet. Spending money to show you have money is the fastest way to have less of it. True wealth is what you don't see, the money not spent. The freedom not advertised. Nobody applauds discipline, but discipline is what compounds. You fall for fear disguised as wisdom. Bad news feels intelligent. It's loud, urgent, emotional. Slow progress is boring. That's why pessimism sounds smart, even when it's wrong. Real optimism isn't blind faith. It's expecting setbacks and staying anyway. Zoom out. Progress is quiet, but it compounds. You think saving needs a goal. Saving isn't about buying something later. It's about creating options. The gap between your income and your ego decides your financial future. High earners go broke when their lifestyle grows as fast as their paycheck. Wealth isn't built by earning more. It's built by needing less. Savings give you space to breathe when life changes. And life always changes. You want the gains, not the ride. Investing has a cost, not money. Emotion. Volatility isn't a fine. It's the fee. If you expect comfort, you'll quit early. If you expect discomfort, you'll survive long enough to win. There is no reward without endurance. You think getting rich is the hard part. Getting rich takes risk. Staying rich takes restraint. Survival matters more than brilliance. If you avoid catastrophe, compounding does the rest. Strong systems assume failure and survive it. You overestimate your plan. Plans fail when reality shows up. That's why the most important part of any plan is room for error. A margin of safety turns fear into patience. Your strategy doesn't fail when it's wrong. It fails when you panic. You underestimate time. Most wealth comes late, not from genius, but from staying in the game. Compounding rewards endurance, not excitement. Small returns, repeated for decades, beat big wins that blow up. You copy people playing a different game. The fastest way to lose money is following advice not meant for you. Different goals, different timelines, different risks. Know your game and ignore noise from people playing another one. Money doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards behavior, patience, humility, self-control. If this video felt uncomfortable, that's a good sign. Because the most important financial lessons are rarely exciting. They're quiet, and they work. If something in this video stayed with you, that's the point. Psychora isn't about quick answers. It's about understanding the mind at a deeper level. If you want to continue this kind of thinking, consider liking the video and subscribing. We're just getting started.